Hey everybody, welcome to The Art of Comics. It's me, Andres Salazar. It's great to have you join me in my palatial estates here in Ventura, California. And today we are talking about superhero comics. This was quite a treat. Remember that episode I released like a year ago where I bought a bunch of graphic novels for they're reprints basically for overseas done by Eagle Moss Collections. They reprint these like hardback versions of some popular DC books. I think they do Marvel as well. Anyway, I bought a bunch. And I'm finally going through these damn things and I'm reading them. And this is the the Superman Batman title that Jeff Loeb did. And they did the first arc of 6 issues with Lex or whatever. And now they're doing the second arc, which is with Michael Turner, the penciler, which is Supergirl. And so we have Michael Turner here. Look at those chins. Look at that chin. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Let's just turn the camera over, take a look at it. But before I do that, let me say this. I haven't read superheroes in a long time. As you guys know, look at the videos here. I don't do that much superheroes. And reading this did two things. One, it made me realize how vastly different superheroes are from other comics. I mean, it's its own thing almost. Yes, it's sequential art, but the style, the pacing, the language, everything is done in a very different way. The very high, glossy production value and stuff. But there's also something a little... It's as though... I hate to say it, I'm going to make analogies of Hollywood because that's what I feel like. It's very much action-driven, big moments, in front of the camera, big cinematic things that are happening, these big plot. It's very plot-heavy. It's not so much about... There's characters and they have some banter and such. Of course, these characters have lived for 50 years, but it's very different. It's very much about the wow, the visual, the explosion, the this, the that. Very action-packed. I haven't read shit like this in a while. So it was fun. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I had fun with it. So let's turn the camera over. Let's take a look at this. And let's just see how awesome this was. And chit-chat. Let's do it. Come on.
Are you ready?
Who says I don't do superheroes? Come on, Jack. I do superheroes. Actually, I don't do superheroes much. But let's just start off by saying this, okay? If you got the balls to draw your chin like this, you don't give a crap about anatomy. You're just like, look, this is my style. My name is Michael Turner. You hired me because you know what I do. I've freaking created characters that made millions of dollars, and I've created freaking companies called Aspen Comics because I'm a badass. Suck it. I don't need no inker. I just pencil, and you just color it. Deal with it. Yeah, you just go with it, dude. His big ass Lego chin is... Hey, man. Go for it. Jeff Loeb. I actually love Jeff Loeb, both in comics and TV. And he knows story. He knows these characters. I respect him. He is a legend. Michael Turner, never been a fan of his, to be honest, but appreciate his work. And as I talk about this comic, I will come to appreciate him more, as you will see. Richard Starkins, cool guy, know him. Sweet dude, Elephant Man, does letters, he's rad. Don't know Peter, but that's cool. And who edited this? Because those guys should be mentioned. And editor, Will Potter and Susie Ray. You know what? Susie Ray, Will Potter, did a good job. Good job. Oh, here about original series. Sorry. Eddie Berganza. Tom Palmer. I've heard of Tom Palmer Jr. Yes, he's the associate. We also have Mort Weisinger, I think that was an old comic. And then the collected comic is Anton Kawasaki. Okay. This is Supergirl. This is another Supergirl. They always come out with the damn Supergirl. This is what we're going to talk about. The story is basically Supergirl comes. It's the cousin. We don't know who she is. Is she like a robot? Is she a droid? What the hell's going on with her? She comes, and the whole story is told from the perspectives of these two characters, Batman and Superman. And their dialogue and narration is always opposing each other, right? It's like, I think this is daytime. I think this is night. I think it's always diametrically opposed, right? Like, I have hope. I have dread. I have, this, I have that. And that's the gimmick, right? The gimmick is they're polar opposites. They're the freaking night and the day. And yet, in some way, they also work together, and it's their little story. That's what this is all about. That's what this title is, these two guys together. And when this character comes on board, Supergirl, of course, Superman is like freaking stoked because now he's got a Kryptonian friend. And Batman, of course, is like, dude, I do not freaking know what's up. I don't trust this. This is some kind of a, problem waiting to happen. That's the premise. And let me tell you the art. And unfortunately, this light is going to jack it up a bit because of the glossy paper. Michael Turner does kick some ass with this type of... It is detailed, but there is a sketchiness to it. It doesn't look like it's inked. There's no inker mentioned. It doesn't look inked. I think he just does super tight pencils with some freaking, mechanical pencils, some 0.3s or 0.5, probably 0.3s. And then he sends that off. They scan that mofo, and then they color it. Coloring is fine. I always have problems with digital coloring, but this is fine. And I do like this. This is very well done. This is not something I could just whip out. I mean, this is like freaking badass stuff. This is what he's known for, though. These big, huge, badass, like double-page spread panels with cool, techie, Batman-y Aqua stuff, right? He's got the Aqua Manta Ray little traveler guy. And it's cool looking, right? I mean, it's freaking badass. So there you have it. He's in the water. He sees the kryptonite, and then he sees the spaceship, and he's like, oh shit, something happened. And then we find out it's going to be the girl. She comes on board. She takes his bat wing, I think it's, or bat boat. Bat boat. Look at this kind of stuff. This is cool. The silhouette's cool. This is kind of a cool positioning. This, when I read this, I'm like, okay, I get it. I mean, this is what he's paid for these kind of fun, dynamic shots. This is always neat. This little like kind of, mid propulsion type thing. Again, big, cool panel. Let me see if the light helps. If I turn this down, does that help a bit or no? Oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Hopefully you still can see well. But, this is the cool stuff that he's known for. And then we get her. She's naked. It's like the freaking, what's that movie with Daryl Hannah's a mermaid, Splash. She's got the splash thing going. Car hits her. Oh, shit. But it's really cool, though. I can't hate the story idea. It's, we're familiar with this kind of idea, Batman's here, and then there's those cool poses, right? This is what Michael Turner is like, page compositional, templates are, is like a couple small little panels and a big panel to like show something cool, right? Big panel, big panel, big panel, medium, splash, big panel. So he does this like a cool image. And I think, honestly, part of it is, yeah, it's cool graphically, like here, the big panel. But also I think there might be a calculation as far as like selling. The ability to retail and resell this art or sell this original artwork, I think it helps. I think pages like this sell for much more than a damn 9-panel grid. And I think artists nowadays, especially this guy potentially, I'm making this up, is seeing that and it's like, hey man, I'm gonna draw some big ass panels because that shit will sell for more money when I sell the originals. I'm just saying. It's in the calculus. I'm not saying he did it because of that. I'm saying it's in the calculus. Okay, there's the chin, dude. Lego chin. He don't give a shit. Big ass thing. By the way, in the story, Superman is like quarantined, kind of like, not quarantined, but he's sequestered because of some legal PR issues he's going through with the president, Lex Luthor. Okay, they bring her ass back. She's in the Bat Cave, I suppose, right now. Again, cool techie stuff. Notice, what did I say? A couple small panels, big panel. And so it's cool. I actually like all this techie stuff. You know, very kind of Japanese manga influenced. Not a criticism, just what I'm seeing here. Again, though, as I mentioned in the kind of intro part of this video, this was fun. This is so different than what I'm used to reading, Big Splash, that it was kind of cool, you know? I mean, I know these characters since I was a child, so I know the dynamics. I enjoyed reading them and getting, you know, hearing this little adventure. And again, it's very plot heavy, and so you just kind of go with the plot, and there it is. Big double page spread. Now there's something, he does this thing with torsos. He does have a weird torso-y thing, which I'll show you later when we get some torso-y stuff. Especially women torsos, and he has the only anatomy issue I have, if I'm going to be picky, is this would not fly in today's society, okay? You cannot draw a woman with no butt at all. I mean, there's no butt at all. You see that? It's like, no butt. So in today's society, in 2023, you got to put a little ass. If you don't put something there, even if she's 16, dude, it don't matter. You got to put, because it's like, you know, they just don't fly. We got to do this right, okay? But everything else looks good. She tells about her story, a little bit about Krypton, and you know, her past, and they got blew up, and we know that all the jazz. And then we go back. See, look at that. Nothing. Nice thighs, like musculature thighs, and extreme long torsos, but just just kind of a quirk. Bit of a quirk. That's okay. I thought this was really cool. This kind of stuff doesn't really do me much. Not because I think I'm better than it. It just doesn't like grab me as much. This does, though. This kind of really cool silhouette is really neat. Just the way all the limbs are clearly defined. We see what's happening. It's got a lot of information, but the artist saved a lot of time not having to do some of the art. So I thought that was really cool effect. Yeah, this kind of stuff. See, the torso is just long as fudge. You know, you're supposed to do like superheroes like 9 heads high, right? Well, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half to 11 heads. This freaking body. So it's like freaking A. But that's okay. It's a style. You know, once everything is drawn a certain way, it's a style. This is cool. You deal with it. And this is, you know, this is popular. Big panel. This freaking page will sell for thousands of dollars. And everything. And there's another big panel. Look, nothing. See that? Nothing. Nada. I don't know, man. You know, I was watching, there's another torsos. I decided to like jump on some other YouTube channels just for a minute about comics. There are a lot of comic book channels that talk about the comic books, like the actual plots. And like today, hey man, what's going on in X-Men lately? Well, the X-Men story and I found that freaking fascinating. Like I've never been so into it, but I guess it's like, you know, you like the show Game of Thrones, so you maybe listen to a Game of Thrones podcast and these guys talk about it, or you watch a YouTube channel and they talk about the Game of Thrones. It's the same thing, but with comics, where it's like, let's talk about the latest issue of Wolverine 52. Did you see on page 5 Wolverine was with, Suzuki and blah, blah, and then Silver Samurai showed up? Yeah, dude, I can't, he showed up again back in issue 49. That kind of stuff fascinates me. One, I've never really had a friend who like was into comics as much as me, and we never like had the same books to like do that with. And two, that people would like want to listen to other people talk about the damn latest issue. It totally makes sense because people do it. I mean, I've done it for movies or TV shows, but I just didn't realize that there are tons of channels about comics talking, actually not like me dissecting and analyzing, but just like talking about the plot. That's crazy. Should I do that, you guys? Should I do like a hey guys, let's talk about, should I do that? I don't know. Okay, one issue of the plot I do have an issue is, what the freak? Okay, Doomsday took out like everybody in the damn DCU. And then now you're going to have like 8 Doomsdays and suddenly we're just going to take them out. I was like, I'm checking in on that, Jeff. Like, no way, dude. Doomsday was such a monster. He destroyed everybody. But now we're going to have 8 of them. And somehow Superman is so mad about Kara being gone, I'm going to just incinerate them all with my damn Omega Beam like eye vision. No way, dude. No way. They did kill off Harbinger, which I didn't even know she was still around. I thought she was just like a character from Crisis. Then they go to get Big Bartha, who's not that big. Big Bartha used to be chunky. That was her gimmick. Then they made her kind of thin and sexy. I'm not sure about that, but that's what that is. And so now they're going to go to Apocalypse, go kick some ass, because Kira, Supergirl, got abducted to Apocalypse, because now Apocalypse is going to use her as kind of the leader of the Furies. Not the Furies, the Furies. So that's happening. And there's some cool stuff. I do like that this stuff is okay. I'm not really into the dog fighting Batman, but whatever. But yeah, there's some cool stuff here. The art's fine. And then we have this as a double page spread. And I do like this. Again, no ass, but I do like this get up. This is kind of a cool like costume. It's got that kind of evil chick deal in her hair and stuff. I dig the design. Dig it. So I'm down. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool. So, and the colors did a good job. The colors did a good job on all this stuff. It's nice. Yeah. This is good. So they're like, dude, sorry, she's been brainwashed. I'm going to take you out, Superman. And she's all like, I'm here with your death cousin. My life brings me here on Apocalypse. She's like stoked. And he's like, no, I got this freaking ring of kryptonite. I'm going to bust you up with it even though it hurts me. Shikaw. Man hitting a girl, a young teenager. How rude. Don't know if we would accept that. But, and this looks like Faust. Like straight up Tin Virgil Faust. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, what? Batman is Faust? Straight up. He fights. I did like the idea of like just Darkseid just tearing up Batman. Like he would just like annihilate Batman. It wouldn't even be a question. Okay. Long torso. I think that's it. I mean, I'm not going to go through this whole damn thing. But it's pretty fun. I enjoyed it, actually. And so there you go. So I probably won't keep this. I probably will sell it. But I enjoyed it. And I'll look for maybe some more superhero stuff. Let me know, should I do superheroes? Just give me the comment. Say yes, superheroes, no superheroes. I'm curious what you guys think, because I don't do this much, but it was pretty fun to watch and to read. Bye.